You're not rooting for your own team.
You can't walk out on the set, bro. That's the cut anyway. Top 5 NBA players.
I can go 6 Lakers in my stuff.
LeBron at 1.
I gotta go with Akeem.
Jordan at 2.
Magic.
I'm gonna take Kobe.
Kareem.
My small forward, I'll take Latrell Sprewell.
This guy.
Sportsmanlike Conduct Podcast.
So this is
I want to ask
catching
Jordan too.
traction
He's
here.
done with the '90s because
We've been done
it's
for.
gonna be his last day here, bro. Welcome back to Sportsmanlike Conduct Podcast. I'm your host Cassius Clee, and we are back in the studios of Industry City, Brooklyn, New York.
Brooklyn.
Ponix,
Yo.
you done with the '90s?
Nah, I think we done with the 90s, man.
You believe that?
He don't
Some
believe
of it.
that.
Some of it. Nah, some of it is very believable. I'm not gonna lie.
It's funny though.
It's
Nah,
hilarious.
the videos
It's
are
definitely
funny.
hilarious,
It's
bro.
so funny.
Because
we
you
shout-
guys y'all talk from the position like y'all never, like it was the cleanest basketball. Some of these highlights are bad.
No.
It's
Air
funny.
ball layups.
It's funny.
Dr. J didn't go through the legs at
that's
all,
not
bro.
happening now.
Do the legs.
That's
funny.
not happening
Bro,
now.
come
That's
on.
funny.
It's
That's
like
not-
y'all didn't do dribbling drills
Your
back
man
in the
Shaq
day.
got a whole show dedicated to Shaq and the Fool,
What?
dedicated to all the foolishness that goes on now.
Imagine if it was in the 90s. He's only 4 videos of Shaq and the Fool a week.
Yo, can we shout out to this cat who started this?
I think, yeah.
What's his name?
It's Yo Reactions on TikTok.
All right, brother. Oh, I know you're not done with the '90s.
I gotta be done with the 90s.
I'm still wearing clothes from the 90s, man. I could never get that shit out,
right.
yo.
The era, you know,
Load
the era
up.
is a good era,
Oh,
but
man,
I was
son.
born in the 90s, but
Bad era then.
Do you remember that crew
R.
called No
Kelly had an
Life?
album called Born into the 90s.
y'all went to those, y'all nasty, son. Y'all nasty, son.
I'm just
This
saying,
conversation
man.
can go somewhere else. Y'all very nasty. Yo, matter of fact, we all done with the 90s. Y'all let a lot of shit slide, bro. I let a lot of shit slide, bro.
Oh, shit.
Oh, damn.
Damn.
Look at that.
Bloopers. This is Shaq. This is gonna be on Shaq and the Fool, son.
Fools, huh?
So what's up, Chris?
What's going on?
I know you're not done with the '90s, bro.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not done with the 90s. I'm not buying this whole movement. These guys, they want to go on TikTok and they want to find every little video of mistakes that happened in the 90s and the 80s and say, oh, they were trash back then. Come on. Same stuff is happening nowadays.
That's disrespectful.
Dudes is falling over. Same things is happening. You know, come on now,
Brother Dirk.
Let's find something else.
I know you're not done with the '90s, bro.
Never.
Musically.
I don't know about my man Joe though. He's kind of
I'm having half. I got
I know.
appreciation.
You got that age,
I
kid.
got
Yo, man.
appreciation.
Come on,
I
Joe.
appreciate the 90s, but
Joe, you gotta pick a side, Joe.
Trini, you done with the '90s? Yes.
She's definitive with that one.
She wasn't even born in the 90s.
Shout out to Trin.
Jordan, you done with the '90s?
There you go.
This guy is smart, man. you
Yes,
know?
yes. That's
Because he
why.
wanted
That's
to
why.
come
That's
back.
why I
Yeah,
bring
you
it,
already
yo.
threatened the man not to come back if he wasn't done.
Fire my son.
Listen, he's dating my niece, so he has to co-sign whatever I say. You know what I'm saying?
Wow, you strong on me.
Oh,
Got
man.
some strong
This
arm
guy
right
getting
now.
threats all over the place, son.
Yo, son.
Damn.
Listen, man.
All right, listen. It's funny, but it kind of is angering me. You know what I'm saying?
right, go ahead.
It's angering me. You're picking the wrong dude to call trash. How the hell you gonna call Jordan
Yes.
trash, bro?
Can't do that.
You got like 90 other people to pick from. You know?
Yo, it's plenty
I'm
other
gonna
people.
let y'all go now. I'm gonna go.
Nah, that's all I gotta say, bro. I don't like it. It's disrespectful, bro. But if he's being funny, I'll take it as a joke. But I think other people are taking it a little
Real
bit too
serious.
serious, bro. Okay. Like these cats is in here doing a podcast, I think Saturday. And I'm listening to them. They're like, yo, the 90s is trash, bro. And I'm looking at them like, I'm looking for like the
punchline,
amusement.
the joke.
And they dead ass.
serious.
Wow.
Cass wasn't doing this. Jordan was that. Jordan didn't play anybody. I'm like, wow, really?
Revisionist history.
Yeah. I mean, They're just using the wrong dude, bro. But
it's not only him. You know? It's not only him, but
Who's him?
I'm gonna let Chris go.
Nah, I want to hear you. I want to hear yours, and then I'll rebut.
I'm gonna go. I'm trying to say.
Here's the question.
I'm not. Go ahead.
You trying to be funny or you serious?
Both.
That you done with the 90s?
Both. So look, right? This has been my stance, and this will continue to be my stance. It's not that I don't appreciate the 90s. I'm just saying, like, at what point do we realize, all right, cool, like, it's 2024, bro. We can't keep talking about the 90s still. Meaning, like, the game is different. What am I comparing? Bro, you used to get a 50 for doing a windmill in the dunk contest. Now we sitting here talking about somebody jumped over somebody that's 5'3". And we're bro, think about the people. How did you win the dunk contest back in the day?
The dunk
How did you win the dunk?
Trash now. You can't use that
No,
example.
hold on.
Dunk from the free throw line.
All right, you see? Look, but I'm happy you said that. You said dunk from the free. People are doing windmills from the free throw line and not getting 50.
All right.
You used to do a windmill and get a 50 back in the 90s, bro.
Yes.
So what I'm trying to say is, for that time, it was great. For now, if you're looking at 90s basketball in 2024, it looks crazy. I think that's where that's what
crazy.
happened.
What do you mean by crazy? Crazy.
Some of the shit that you guys were like in amazement for is like, okay, like that was a good play, but we just saw Kyrie make a left hand running hook shot over somebody who's 7 feet, right?
Right.
That is a skilled play. No,
Come on.
It's not a skilled play.
No,
It's not a skill. It's not skilled.
How many times do you think so? He
It's not
practiced
skilled.
that. So you're telling me that he practices that? You know what I'm saying? I mean, listen, come on. He took a shot. It went in. You're right. The chances. How many? If he took that shot 10 times, how many times do you think that's
made
going
it.
in?
He
How
made
many?
it.
But if he took it 10 times,
But
how many
what did you
times was
say?
it going in?
What did you
gotta
say?
pick a better play
What
than
did you
that.
say?
You gotta pick a better play than that.
I'm happy.
Because that was that's.
I'm happy because what did you
that's
say?
a shot that
What
you
did
said
you
was-
say? What did you say last week about ifs?
So-
Can't argue ifs, right? Come on now.
You're right.
You
but you're
arguing
saying,
about
but you're
if.
saying,
If
but
he
you're
took
saying,
that, he
no, but
made
you're
that
saying
shot.
that you're saying that that's a skilled shot, though.
It's a skilled shot.
Come on, man. Come on.
Yo, listen.
So when Mike,
Man, one of the main arguments-
wait. So when Mike went to the basket with the right and then switched it to the left and laid it,
That's not a skilled play.
okay.
It's
so
not
then,
skilled?
So then there you go. So then there's the thing.
He was way closer to the basket. Wait. You know that was gonna be a trump card,
Bro, it
not
just so
enough.
happened
Come on,
Kyrie
man.
would make
It's
that
not enough,
shot
man.
yesterday.
You know,
Again,
perfect timing.
Again, it's a lucky.
Perfect
It was
timing,
a
bro.
lucky shot. Yo.
It's a lucky
It was a lucky
shot.
shot. It was a lucky shot.
Yeah, there was a bunch of
100%.
lucky shots
I'm a
back in
It was
the
a lucky
90s.
shot. There's a bunch of lucky shots right now.
That's a
A
great
lucky
shot.
shot.
Bunch of lucky
tonight,
shots right.
bro.
Listen.
Go ahead.
I'll listen to you. So,
I'm listening.
All right. So you're right. The game has 100% changed. The game is totally different from back what it was, because if you look at Larry Bird, for instance, how many 3-pointers did Larry Bird attempt? Because when Larry Bird started learning to play the game of basketball, there was no 3-point line.
Okay.
So if Larry Bird were to all his life practice taking 3-point shots, you don't think that he would have made and attempted a whole lot more throughout his career? The game is different. You're right.
could've.
These kids now, they're a lot. They're more athletic. I'll give them that. They're more athletic.
They're more skilled.
And yeah, they're more skilled because they're attempting things that weren't part of the game back then.
Okay.
It was a whole different game. Like you said, it wasn't as much isolation. It wasn't as much ISO ball. It wasn't as much showmanship as it was nowadays. It was more of a team game back then. Coaches didn't turn one player loose as much back in those days.
Okay.
So yeah, I'll give them credit. These guys are making shots nowadays because they practice. We didn't have people shooting 3-pointers. If you look at the amount of attempts now,
How many
it's
people-
part of the game. You're right. It's 100% part of the game.
How many people play like Kyrie?
How many people play like Kyrie?
I'm just asking a question. You don't got to get defensive.
I'm not getting defensive.
Just
I'm
asking a question.
Right
How
now.
many people play like Kyrie?
Right
Isaiah
now.
Thomas,
And-
Rod Strickland.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's his godfather.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot about
That's
that.
his godfather.
Yeah.
So there's very
So
few
what-
people that play that way, right? People play different. There's different ways to play basketball. right?
Absolutely. I agree 100%.
So-
just like you said, listen, just like you said, back then, there was probably 3 players on the court that would step outside of the 3-point line and even attempt a shot back in the days.
Okay.
There was 2 dudes that, you're right, they probably went in the locker room and smoked a cigarette or a cigar at halftime.
I say you're right. I never said that on nobody.
No. But then they came back in and they camped out in the paint and they just waited for somebody to come
hit
through
them, yeah, for
and just
sure.
hit them. That was their own thing. And those dudes probably couldn't even run up and down the court 10 consecutive times without getting winded. It's a whole different game.
Okay.
It's a whole different game. But for what we saw, what they did at that time, it was innovative. You know what I'm saying? As far as Jordan, as far as Drexler, as far as Hakeem Olajuwon, as far as all those dudes, they were doing something at that time that wasn't done in the 60s and the 70s. So, yeah, you guys are doing now something that wasn't done back then, but it's a different game. So to sit there, I'm not going to sit there and say that your players couldn't play in that era. And I'm not going to sit here and say that my players couldn't play in this era. You know what I'm saying?
I'll say that y'all players couldn't play in our era.
Nah, you know what? Because
I'd say it.
you could say it. You could say it, but that does. But what does that mean?
As
What
Joe,
I'm
as
wildin',
Joe
I'm
would
It
say,
doesn't mean anything. You know what I'm saying?
I'm wildin'
Exactly.
ass.
Cap.
It's not.
Cap.
It's not.
Cap.
It's-
You don't think Jordan
it's
could
not.
play in this era? Okay.
No,
you
no,
don't
no.
Think, you don't think?
All right,
you
go
don't
ahead.
think?
I'll let
You
you
don't think
finish.
Dominique could play in this era?
I'll let you finish.
Yeah.
I'll let you finish.
All right. So my point is, it's a whole different game now.
Okay.
There you go. So go ahead, tell me.
Yo. So look, right? Gilbert Arenas told a story, and I'm happy I watched it. You know, shout out to Gil's Arena. He told a story. He said, shout out to Kobe, you know, rest in peace. He said, Grant Hill coming off a 2-time All-Star, right? 2 All-Star appearances. You know, when Grant Hill was Grant Hill. He said the toughest thing he's ever done in his career is play like a second-year Kobe one-on-one in basketball. Right? Kobe's a product of what? What era would you put Kobe in?
Arenas said
Gilbert Arenas
Kobe came in,
referred
what,
to a
96?
story that
Kobe came in 96.
that
and then
Grant
he
Hill
just-
told. He said the toughest thing he's ever done basketball-wise was play a young Kobe one-on-one.
okay.
Okay.
Right?
So Kobe came in the 90s. Okay.
All right, so
He patterned his game after a player from the 90s.
For sure. But outside of Kobe being, all right, cool, like, yeah, he took the blueprint from thing. I personally think Kobe Bryant might be more skilled than Michael is. I personally feel that. That's my opinion, right?
Okay.
The reason why I feel like Kobe had so much longevity is because he actually played in a competitive league where he wasn't just always leagues and heads above people. He wasn't the best person on his team, first repeat, or the first 3 rings. It was Shaq's team. It was Shaq's team. It was Shaq's team.
No, hold on. See,
It
you didn't
was
watch.
Shaq's team.
You didn't watch.
It was Shaq's team.
But that,
In the finals, yes.
yeah, in the finals.
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
But you have to get
That's what
there.
I'm-
He
that's
beat
what-
the Spurs by himself.
I didn't say he was trash.
That's. It seemed like
I'm
you
not-
diminishing.
I'm not
what
diminishing. I'm not diminishing
sounds
it.
like it, bro.
I'm building a bridge.
All right, go ahead,
I'm
man.
building a
another-
bridge.
That's another
I'm
topic.
About to
building
get
a
me
bridge.
hype. About to flip this
You
thing
see,
over.
you responding to something I even see it.
Rich is shaky, but go ahead.
Nah, it's solid. It's solid. Pause.
Shaky, go ahead.
What you call it? So now, Kobe is one of the first people where I'm like, all right, like, skill wise, niggas not fucking with him. You feel me? Like what he could do, what he thinks to do on the court. I think he took it another level over Mike, right? I don't think he's better than Mike because he copied off of Mike. He says he copied off of Mike, and he said he can't even say he's better than him, right? I think when you look at the 90s,
Hold on, though. Wait.
go ahead.
So what's Gilbert's point?
Huh?
Gilbert's point is that Kobe was the best player
Kobe-
in
no,
his
he said-
second year.
No. He's not saying that. He's saying that the competition
Was not good. This is what
to
I'm saying.
be good, you didn't have to to be good in
But
this
this
era.
is Grant Hill, though.
I'm trying to answer your question.
But that's what I'm.
So
I'm
Grant
right.
Hill, when Grant Hill came in, he wasn't nice.
Yo, he was.
He was
very
the
good.
guy. He was the guy.
He was really
so. So what he literally said that all they used to do and all they used to think about was playing against each other, and that's how they would train in off season. They didn't do skill work. He said Kobe was one of the first people he saw actively trying to learn shit doing drills in terms of being skilled. Right? So what I'm trying to say is if all y'all did was play each other, nobody was significantly skilled, right?
He's walking into the trap.
come on.
I'm not walking into the trap. I'm setting it up for y'all
I
so
see
y'all
right
can
now.
respond.
You got a
So look,
smile on your face, bro.
listen, because it's hilarious to me. It's not gonna change. So look, all I'm saying is this: if Michael Jordan is the face of your era, of course his game will translate. The people the others, they're not translating well. Michael Jordan is the anomaly of the 90s. He ruled the 90s. There's nobody who ruled the 2000s.
But we don't.
Who ruled the 2000s? If you had to name
Duncan,
a player,
Kobe.
there was more variety.
Yeah,
There was
a lot.
more competition.
Yeah.
It wasn't just one person owning an era.
But to say that cats in
But-
my era couldn't play in your era, was that
No.
doesn't mean anything?
It's saying that the one guy can play in our era.
Nah.
One guy can play in our era. What you call it?
but
Since
that-
you're quoting Gilbert Arenas, you think he could play in this
Yeah.
era?
I think. Can he play in what
First
era?
of all,
No.
I think he was one of the first people to actually make this era what it is. He was the first big
let
guard.
me ask you a question.
He was the first big guard.
Is Gilbert going to the Hall of Fame?
Is he? No.
Okay.
He'll
the
get his
first
jersey
big guard?
retired with Washington.
Who Gilbert was the
He'll
first
get
big
his
guard?
gun retired with Washington.
He was the first.
He's not going to get his,
He's a what?
He'll get his
first
gun
big
retired.
guard.
with
I'm
Washington.
not talking about Magic Johnson. I already
No,
know.
I'm not. No,
Who was
we're
a
talking
big
about
guard?
a two guard.
In terms of playing the
Gilbert
way he was
6'3".
playing, bro. Huh?
Gilbert was 6'3".
The way he was playing. Who was playing like that?
Playing like what?
He was bigger, bro.
Tell me how he was
The
playing.
average, bro. He was shooting. He was going to the bucket. He wasn't necessarily faster than people, but he was skilled. He worked hard at his craft and literally put. How much he put on? How much he put on Cole?
I give you that.
Was Penny Hardaway? Was
He
he
was skilled.
skilled?
He was skilled,
Okay.
but he had a short run. So
So
people
did
forget
Gilbert.
about Penny.
So did Gilbert.
Okay, but what I'm trying listen, you gotta
Tracy
prop up.
McGrady.
You gotta,
So did Grandiel.
you gotta prop up.
Yeah.
You gotta prop up your players.
I don't have to prop them up.
You do.
Their game
You do.
props them up.
They don't.
You guys,
They don't because that's how this is how it happened. This is how we done with the 90s happened. Because for a long time, I'm gonna tell you exactly because I don't agree that I feel like they picking and choosing bad highlights of y'all, right? I'm not half stepping. I just feel like they exist. You guys speak of the 90s as if it was the perfect basketball.
no.
Everything is
No,
you
no,
keep
no.
responding. I'm not even finishing the point. Everything was just so beautiful. It was tough. It was this. Bro, this is what we're taught. This is what even my dad did it before when I started playing basketball. Oh, blah, blah, the 90s and 99. All right, cool. You can live in your heyday. But what happens when I'm seeing niggas doing this? I don't care about that no more. You guys don't want to give up no credit. So what niggas did, listen, I'm just telling you what happened.
Yo, first
what
of all-
niggas did, they went back to the archives and saw what y'all was doing. And what y'all got
that's
away with
100%.
talking about skill.
Well, we got away. Hold on, but
Bro.
what about what y'all get away with in this era though?
What do we get away with?
Because if you look back, the stuff that they allow them to do is they when they got called for travels, there was no gather step back then. There was no Euro step back then. And
Euro step is a travel?
It is. It was back
The
then.
Euro step is a
what
travel?
you call
It was
Does
back
is a
then. That's a
travel.
third
The
step.
Euro step is a
That's
travel?
It was back then.
James Harden
It was
does
back
a
then.
travel.
I'm not
It was
saying
back then.
I'm saying
it was back then.
So Ginobili's
but
travel.
this is what I'm saying though. They allow that now. They allow
it?
They allow it.
they definitely
Yes,
allow
it.
yes.
Two steps?
No, it's not two steps. It's three steps. Come on,
What
man.
are y'all talking
They-
about?
Yo,
They
Euro
allow
step
because
is
now
What are y'all talking about?
yo
A Euro step is 3 steps?
yes.
Why do you think they call it a Euro
It's
step?
3
Yes,
steps?
yes.
Ah,
That's
y'all
a
don't know
new
what y'all
thing.
watching, bro. It's
like
That's a new
2.9
thing. The Euro
steps.
step is a
What?
new thing because they allow
That's
because
it.
of all the European players that are coming in. Hence the title Euro step. So, but my point
Yeah,
being is,
y'all bugging.
Rod Strickland
All right.
started that. They was calling
Yeah,
it
but-
traveling on him.
exactly.
They were calling travel
And then-
because they
and
didn't
then
know
also,
what they just saw.
And then also,
That's
with,
what it is.
With, this, with the Hezi,
We didn't even know somebody
with
can expose the rules
with
doing
with
this
the
way.
Hezi, they did not. If your hand went underneath the ball back in the days, that was called a carry. They
Okay.
were allowing these dudes to hold the ball up in their hands. Pause. But
Yeah, motherfuckers actually doing this, bro.
yeah, they're allowing them to turn over.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? So, but they're doing that because because it makes the game more exciting. It makes the game more fun for them now.
Let me tell you.
So yeah, like I said, it's a different game. It's a different game. It's different rules. More power to you guys.
Let me say something that
fuck
you
that
said
power.
that you walked into the trap, right?
Go ahead.
You said that.
I can get myself out
Grant
of it.
Hill,
It's cool.
Grant Hill was looking forward to playing against Kobe.
No, he wasn't looking forward. I didn't say that. He said the toughest assignment that he ever did was having to play against Kobe Bryant in a one-on-one. I'm just telling you what I said. You can go ahead.
And what does that mean?
That means niggas in the league wasn't shit. If you're sitting here trying to play
You can
somebody
say
that's not
that.
proven.
But Grant Hill was the second best player probably during that whole time.
Okay.
But listen,
So I'm just trying to figure out what
competition.
Okay.
This is what makes the difference between the 90s and now.
Yeah, help me out.
What quote do you hear anybody say in the last 20 years that I'm looking forward to play, or he was the toughest, or I gotta prepare for this guy? Nobody is saying that. Because all these dudes are buddy. And there's nothing wrong with that, but it diminishes the game. I'm not gonna give you the business if you my boy. We gonna chill in the off
You should
season.
never give your boy the business. I'm just saying.
Basketball wise.
I'm just saying. Go ahead.
Nigga can't let nothing
What I'm
slide.
saying, man, it's a level of competition. I think. Well, for me personally, is what differentiates now and then. Like these dudes, they don't. It's so much letting somebody just go right by you all the time. How much time you see SGA get into the bucket?
They can't guard him though.
But listen, if the
That
person
doesn't come into play at all.
I'm
You think
saying
that's really what it is?
Some people can't guard.
no, but I'm saying 1-on-1. If he gets by you, that's fine. But you got by somebody 1-on-1 back then. There was somebody waiting for you. It's team defense. You don't play 1-on-1 on defense. 5 people out there.
Okay.
So you got to roll. You got to trap. You got to shift. But they just
I
sit
don't
there and
disagree
watch.
with you. I don't disagree
They just
with
sit
you.
there
on
and
that.
watch. So the competition that's going on now and then is totally different. Now to the fact that the NBA had to send out a memo that, we're going to allow more contact all of a sudden. What kind of bullshit is that, man? You got to send that out? The fuck out of here, man. I can't. That made me not watch NBA that whole weekend. So once I saw that fucking memo.
They call less fouls after the All-Star break, bro.
Come on, man.
So they are officiating.
So-
Like we had this conversation before. You
So it
blame
made
the
you watch
players.
it less?
No. You blame the players or the league. The league has officiated in a certain way where the
Always
game is
blame the
different, bro.
league. Yeah.
So
But my whole
I'm going to
thing-
blame the league. But as far as skilled players, yes, they are skilled. But that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, it doesn't.
This is
not.
this
you
is
see,
not.
Look.
I'm
You
saying,
guys
hold on,
think
hold
I'm
on.
saying
Hold
better though.
on.
No, this is not a skilled competition, dog. Is Dame Lillard gonna beat Magic Johnson in a skilled competition? Yes, bro. But if I want a point guard to win a championship, I'm picking Magic Johnson. So you can keep your skills and your 30-foot jump shots and your fucking pinpoint. You can do all of that. You can do your left hand hook, Kyrie. I don't care. I'm not picking you to lead my team to win a championship, bro.
And that's
great, bro.
I understand.
Where's the heart, bro? Where's the
Exactly.
competition?
I
That's another
understand that.
thing
Where's
too.
the
The
grit?
heart.
Where's the grind,
this
bro?
is what we talk. You see,
Where is it?
This is where the divide comes into play. Because I never argued none of that.
No,
I
not
never,
you. Not you. I'm
I know,
speaking-
but
I'm speaking to the young cats,
I'm
bro.
speaking of the voice of we dealt with the 90s, right? We need somebody to be on that side. So I'll take it. What I'm trying to say is, cool. I'm not gonna fight. It's cool. What you call it? I'm saying player for player. In a comparison. I'm not talking about a system. I'm not doing. That's not what the discussion is. That's not what it is. Because when you see we done with the 90s, we done with the 80s. It's keyed in on a player. They're talking about players. They're not talking about teams, bro. Teams are not built like they were back in the day. I'm not gonna make that argument.
All right.
I'm not gonna make that argument, niggas. There's no enforcers in the league besides Draymond Green. You feel me? There's nobody takes on that role.
I don't even know
You
if he's
feel
an
me?
enforcer.
Nobody's fouling out, right?
Right?
Nobody's fouling out. Nobody takes that role. Everybody, to be in the league now, you have to be more than just tough. So if you were in the league for being the tough guy compared to now, that's where it comes to
Right.
play.
Those
You're
players,
on the court
Those players don't
100%.
translate.
till today.
100%. But that's what they're saying. Because how many stars were born in the 90s? Like how many? Not born, but how many stars took place in the 90s?
A lot, man. A lot.
How many household names today can still be named?
I gotta check. Shaq.
They age like milk. Damn. That's the problem. They were great for their time. They weren't.
Yeah.
They're not crossing over eras,
Yeah.
and that's where the argument comes
Can't
into
wait to
play,
talk to
bro.
these fools
because
10 years from now, man.
Look.
They didn't rest?
Look,
They
no,
played 82
100%. They
games?
didn't do that. They didn't do that. But I'll use a player that don't do that. I'll use your favorite player. What do you say about Joker? What do you say about Joker? He don't miss games.
Don't miss games.
Very
He
skilled.
plays basketball the right way.
Yes.
He's not flopping. He's doing everything right.
Yeah.
He's a skilled player, no?
Yes.
So think about the best center. Were they skilled back in
Yes.
the day
Yes.
to the caliber of Joker?
That's evolution. That's how everything is.
That's my point, though. So that's my main point.
That's
I'm
not-
happy you finally said
that's not what they're saying, though.
No,
That's
that's
what I
what
was
It's
saying.
evolution
That's
of the
not what's
game.
happening.
He's not saying evolution.
They
No.
saying-
He's not
saying-
saying.
Y'all
He's not
jumping
saying
before I can
evolution
even
of the
say it.
game.
Y'all jumping before I can even say it.
Because you're trying to twist it. You're trying to twist something.
I'm not trying to twist it. I'm not trying to twist it.
It's the
I'm
evolution
saying
of the
if the
game.
game evolves, that means today's game would be better.
No.
No, that does not mean
my
that.
God.
Can't say that.
That doesn't
bro.
necessarily mean that.
Evolution doesn't mean it's better.
That's correct.
Evolution doesn't mean it's
no,
better.
it doesn't.
No, bro.
Does not mean it's better.
No.
That definitely does not mean
Yo.
it's better. Baseball evolved into some shit I can't watch right now. Baseball.
What would make if you were looking at me as a basketball player and Sky as a basketball player, and he's not your brother in this scenario, because you're gonna pick your brother.
That's correct.
So he's not your brother in this scenario. What is the distinguishing quality where it's like, yeah, he's good and like he's better than him? Like how I want to see what y'all like. What gives that person a nod? Let me ask you that before I attack y'all points.
better.
Competitive.
Like what makes somebody better?
Competitor.
Being competitive?
Yeah.
How about if that
That's
person
part of
beats
the
that
reason.
other person 10-0, but that person's competitive? It was a competitive 10-0.
No.
Are he's still good?
That's not competitive. You beat somebody 10-0.
But what I'm trying to say is, how do you gauge? I'm trying to hear, like,
Obviously,
how do you
listen,
gauge
it
a
doesn't matter
player
how
being better than
competitive.
somebody else?
It doesn't matter how competitive I
asking
am,
you.
right?
But that's subjective.
A fucking
But that's what I'm
NBA player
asking
is
you.
gonna destroy
Exactly.
me.
So that would be.
I'm not talking about an NBA player though. I'm saying
I-
you go to the park. What makes you look at him like, oh, he's better than that guy? Like what is that?
he has on a headband.
Good call, Meg.
Yeah, he
gotta
has on-
revisit this.
Where do you see that?
We can't.
Yeah, that's a long thing.
So look, I'm not
Pause.
saying this about y'all on the panel. I'm not saying this about y'all on the panel.
Oh, shit.
But the way older people watch basketball, it's not necessary. You guys be calling people better by not. It's not ever a basketball skill though. You be like, oh, he's better than because he got a killer instinct, or he's the. But is he like?
So wait,
like,
hold on.
you
let
were
me-
talking about
so wait,
skills.
So wait, let me
I
ask
got
you a
you.
question.
I got
Let
You
me
see
ask
what
you
I'm
a
trying to
question.
say?
I got
Like,
you right now.
it's
Watch.
not.
Let me ask you this.
It's not a skill. It's not like he's a better shooter. He's a better dribbler. It's never something like that. When you talk to old heads, it'll be like, oh, that kid just got hard, and that kid don't. Like, all right, but what is the distinguishing factor in terms of basketball skill? Is my question.
Well,
Where do you determine who's better than who? Like, if you said SGA is better than Anthony Edwards, what is the distinguishing factor to you?
and it's
What
not,
makes one of them better than the other?
I could tell you that right now.
That's a
I'll tell you-
skill.
No.
Well, see,
Because
but
it
it's
wouldn't
not
even
just
because it
skill. They
wouldn't
all
even
got
just
the
be
same
based on skill. It would be based on does he play?
IQ and stuff like that. I'm saying
It
things
would
in
be,
the
it would be basketball
umbrella.
IQ. It
Things
would be,
under the
and it
basketball.
would also be defense. It would also be just overall play. I would say overall play. I couldn't just look at it and say it would have to be that he gets back on defense. That he runs down the court. That he moves without the ball. That it's.
Who
it's
are
a
you saying
whole-
is better?
Who am I saying is better?
Yeah.
Honestly, I would say right now SGA is better, but that could change tomorrow.
And you
that
think
could
SGA is
change.
better
That
why?
could change
Than him.
next season.
Ain't-
I think he's more skilled than Anthony.
and that's why you give him the nod.
Yeah.
My point exactly.
But
That's
no,
my point
but that-
exactly.
but see,
But
you're-
it's not
that's my
just
point
it.
exactly.
But that's not just it because I think Anthony Edwards plays better defense than SGA.
But it's not an X factor enough for you to say that he's better than the other guy.
No, it isn't. It's not that there's an X factor. I see what he does in the clutch other than Anthony Edwards. So that what makes me pick SGA over him. But skill-wise, they're neck and neck, basically. They both could do the same thing. But when it comes down to a moment, SGA has better moments than Anthony. I keep calling him Anthony Edwards. I don't know why.
His name is
His
Anthony
name is
Edwards.
Oh, it
Anthony
is
Edwards.
Anthony Edwards.
Yeah,
All
he's
right.
out, bro.
There's also an actor named Anthony
Yeah,
Edwards
I like
also.
it.
That's what's
Yeah, that's what I'm
confusing.
saying.
So
Don't sound
game
right.
winning block. It's not a good highlight.
But that's one.
How many Minnesota Timberwolves games do you watch?
I watch a few.
He watched a lot.
I watch a lot of basketball, especially I got the package, NBA package.
Yeah.
Let me clarify that.
I don't want to know.
But you know what I'm saying? I watch a lot of basketball, but ever since they came the member All-Star, but I especially Minnesota, because I'm looking at this dude personally because
So you would
I'm
say
developing a
performance?
hate.
You would say
I'm developing a hate for Anthony Edwards. So you know what I'm saying? So I watch it
That's
too.
so crazy, bro. But look, you would say performance in the clutch.
2 minutes, guys.
What?
2 minutes.
Yeah.
Got rap.
You say performance in the clutch.
Yeah, that's all part of it's not just, skills. Everybody has skills. But everybody has skills.
Everybody?
Yes, because
They
sometimes
don't have heart, bro.
that's what I'm saying. But sometimes everybody has skills, but it's not your
heart will
team.
make you better than
it's
somebody?
not your turn
Oh, yeah.
to play. Right? It's not you. You are not the guy to be the man because maybe you came in the year after and they already got this guy
Yeah.
as the person.
Okay.
So you're not gonna get your chance unless you go somewhere else.
Okay.
That happened numerous
Plenty of
times in the
yeah,
NBA.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody is skilled, but it's just your role you accepted or the role you have to play in order to make your team win. Some people don't do it. Some people pout and growl and do all that crap sitting down. But some people they try to take advantage and do whatever they can because maybe they're team players. And that also comes with part of having.
But there's
What's the-
people that are great on teams, but when you look at them individually compared to as an individual, there's certain things that players can do that other players can't.
I give you two plays.
It's a team sport though.
It is, but that's what if we're talking about the individual, we're not saying, oh, this is the best. We're not debating the best team right now. That's
All right,
not
so
what
hold
we've
on.
done with the 90s.
So let me just say this. Let
you
me just
watch
say
Rex
this real quick.
Chapman
Yeah.
Hold on.
put buckets on
Yeah.
MJ.
So let me just say this real quick then.
he's not better than Rex.
My point is though, is that the rules and the way that the game is different now. So if you want to take those players from that era and allow them to do the same things back then that they're allowed to do now, you don't think that they would be able to do it?
If my aunt had a penis, she would be my uncle. What are we talking about, bro? If you
gotta
said
say,
if
Scott? Hold
you
on.
said
You've been saying
you
if
said
all day.
if.
You've been saying if all day.
No,
and
I
now,
haven't.
and now all of a sudden
I
if isn't
haven't.
there.
No, I'm saying because that's what you said last week. You
No, I
said you
said
can't argue an if. You said you can't argue an if, and I'm hearing you this week arguing an if.
But then you're playing right to my point then. So what I'm saying is, how are you comparing two different players from two different types of games and saying that, well, this one is better than this one, but this guy wasn't allowed to do that?
You weren't allowed to dribble through your legs?
No,
You were allowed to do that.
This guy wasn't
You were
allowed.
allowed to
This
do
guy
that.
wasn't allowed to
You were
take.
allowed to do
This
that.
guy wasn't allowed to take 3 steps. This guy wasn't allowed to take 3 steps. This guy wasn't allowed to take 3
Come on,
steps.
okay.
Now they're allowed to take 3
You
steps.
gotta say, Scott. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Yo, 2 players I highlight. Very skilled.
Yeah.
The most skilled.
Okay.
Embiid and Anthony Davis, right?
Okay.
Skilled. More skilled than Shaq.
Okay.
I'm taking Shaq all day, every day.
100%.
You know why? Because Shaq is a
Plays.
monster, bro.
Shaq plays.
He's going to play. He's going to get the ball down low. He's going to do what he got to do. He's not going to shoot fucking 3-pointers,
And he
even though Embiid could do it, right?
Okay.
Anthony Davis, where is he sometimes?
He's not on the court.
Embiid never plays a full season, bro.
Yeah.
So,
But I don't disagree. I would take Shaq too.
but this is what I'm saying.
I'm not
The
saying
skills
that,
are- the
I don't
skills
think
are
they better
great.
than, I don't think they're better than Shaq.
But they're more skilled.
They're more skilled.
All right, so what does that mean, bro?
That's just like evolution.
They have
doesn't always
layers
mean
to
it's
their
good.
game. They have layers to their games that if they were to play one-on-one, there's somebody that can do something that the other can't.
Yes, and B will probably beat Shaq one-on-one. Correct.
That's all I'm saying.
but so
I'm not
what?
saying that makes you better because it's a system. If you fit in that
If
system,
if was
for
a
sure,
spliff, we'd all be high.
Oh yeah.
what did I say?
You just said if.
What?
You just said if.
When did I say if?
Yo, this conversation's
just
not
said
gonna
if.
end, bro.
About what?
You were about to finish it. I cut you off. My bad.
So
I know
what
what
you
we're gonna
talking
do.
about?
This is what we're gonna do next week. You're
What
gonna
you
come up
talking
with your today's players. We're gonna come with our 90s players. And we're gonna see who's who.
That's
We're
cool.
gonna see who wins.
Nah, we should do it the opposite.
Cool. You guys won't have.
It's the
You guys
opposite.
won't have no
Make him
jump
do the
shooting.
90s.
Y'all gonna sit here and be like, well, 90s rules
nah,
apply. And, come on, bro.
Nah, it won't be no 90s. We can,
Listen,
we
man.
can go by today's rules.
All right, kid.
Listen, man, you lucky. I
Sports
respect
Right
that.
Color
I
Podcast.
respect that. Yeah, I would say
We coming
fuck
back
it.
with what we doing? NFL?
NFL free agency.
All right, peace.
Sportsmanlike conduct.